crafting at 8.
We're live with Mrs. Mayhem.
Mrs. Sassy.
We're reversing it, guys. Okay, so drop those cookie cutters. Yep, drop those cookie cutters. Drop those aprons. Grab that broom. Let's get crafting. This is a Shoot the Shit Wednesday where we're going to get along, have fun, no holdbacks. Let's go.
Got your drink?
I got my drink. You got your drink, darling?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's get crafting.
There you go.
There you go.
I don't want him in my drink.
Yeah.
Let me cover my drink.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That would be the worst cappuccino or cafe mocha in the century. I would have the cleanest mouth in town, though.
Yeah, you would.
Yep. This is what I have planned for tonight. Let me see if I can bring it up. Oh my gosh, all of this to be printed tonight. Oh, okay.
Morning. I don't think we can record that long.
For how long?
I know it's like 2 hours.
All right. So, what do we have in the plans for Friday there, Mrs. Mayhem?
I almost forgot, didn't you?
STM LTL. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
Absolutely.
Sneak peek for January. New styles coming out.
Oh, they look great.
I even fixed meat. It did say MEATDS.
I was like, did you just say meat?
It was supposed to say meats, and it said meat. So you're working on what project right now?
I'm making a Christmas tree. I know it's early. Ready?
Christmas tree. Yeah, let's see. Oh, ain't that cute? That is adorable.
I was going to do the gingerbread, but I don't want to sew it. I told you, I don't like sewing, so I'll get it all the way to the end. If someone could do it for me, I'd be like super excited. But
right. So you have a hard time selling things that you make when you make them, right?
Yes.
The house in Abbott, I remember we'd sit in the living room and on the floor because we weren't allowed to sit on the couch, you know. That was just for
like the
certain
protectors
people.
And everything on there?
No protectors. We just, as kids, we weren't allowed to sit on the furniture. We had to sit on the floor.
Like dogs.
Unless it's the dining room table. The kitchen table.
Wait. You got to sit on the dining room table?
No. We had to sit at the dining room table, not on it. But me sitting at the dining room table was very minimal. Anyway, so we're sitting there, and it was fun. And we had a thunderstorm going on, and the window in the kitchen was open, and the window in the living room was open, and we had lightning come in the kitchen window, through the doorway, over our heads, and right out the living room window.
For real?
For real. It happened twice. Yeah. It happened twice in that house. And my hair kind of went up a little bit, but it wasn't too bad.
It was probably like a Pippi Longstocking.
No, actually, it wasn't that bad. I just, when you touch those little electric balls and your hair goes. It wasn't as bad as that. It actually wasn't as. I think my hair was on my arms was worse because I was 17, 18, I think, and my sister was driving Terry's car.
Yeah.
And she wanted me to get out and check the headlights, and it was storming. Of course, she happened to pull up, and then there's a puddle that when I got out to check the headlights, there's a puddle standing next to me.
It was just
I kid you not. I'm standing there checking the headlights because she's like, this one, that one, this one, that one. All of a sudden, the lightning hits the puddle. So every hair on my 3 for 3. I think lightning is my my
your spirit animal there.
I think so. Because I even go outside when it's thundering and lightning out, and I love to take my camera and go out and take pictures in the thunderstorms.
I know, I love it. I love like sitting on the porch and you just hear it hanging off.
I know, that's the one thing I miss about the metal roofs on the trailer.
Yeah.
We don't have metal roofs, but I miss having the metal roof and hearing the rain and the and then but I did not like hearing the hail or the sleet and the freezing rain. That I did not like.
Yeah, I bet it gets really loud.
Oh, it did. Well, it did, but then you had to be careful because we found out later as we were dismantling, as my husband was dismantling the single wide, that it was $2,000 and it did its purpose. But as he was looking at the ceiling, there was all kinds of little rust holes in the metal roof. What? So every time it rained, it was coming through the holes, coming through and coming right into our light fixtures. And so you go in the kitchen, you go to look up, and the light fixture, you take the glass globe off, and it was right full of rain. Wow. Right full of water. So we were lucky we didn't get caught on fire or have an electrical fire from that.
Wow.
So Creator and somebody else is looking out for us.
I think so.
Being disabled isn't fun, but being disabled and not being allowed to drive is even worse because you can't get out of the house unless you walk on your own 2 feet. And when you're in the middle of nowhere, literally...
Corn!
Corn! Not corn!
There it is.
Anyway, so when you're in the middle of Cornville and there is nothing for miles around, I mean, I can walk 7 miles one way, but my legs would be gone. I would be looking like a couple of balloons. I'd look like a little tiny body on a couple of balloons going down the road.
Like, hook the dogs up.
I would, but there's so many wild critters out there, like deer and roadkill, that do you think that you hook up 3 dogs going down the road and they're going to go chewing that way, one's going this way, and you're going out this way because all 3 of them go in different directions?
Ass over tea kettle.
Okay, so Friday. So, you know.
Oh, that's what we went off on a tangent.
I know. Girl, we do that every time we get together, though. Our conversations always circle in different directions, and then we end up going back and saying, now, what was it?
We'll get there.
Right? So, all right, needle and thread.
What?
I said so, and I said needle and thread.
Oh.
So, Friday. What do we want to work on Friday for everybody?
Chirp, chirp.
Chirp, chirp.
No.
$2. Technically. Okay, so there's a store up in this area called Loot. And they basically you're buying all of their Amazon's no longer wants kind of thing, I guess, and Loot gets the whole pallets of them and everything. So the first day everything's like $10 or $15 each item. Don't matter what it is. It could be a ruler, a simple ruler, and it would be $10 or $15. But each day you go in, it's cheaper and cheaper until finally one day you go in and everything's for $1.
Okay.
Whatever's left in the store that hasn't sold is for $1.
Mm-hmm.
I have a theory on something that could happen, but I highly doubt that would ever happen.
Uh-huh.
But I won't.
Wait.
It wouldn't. So, but I went in there on the $2 day, and there was 2 of these. They came in a box of 2, but one of them was for some reason just doesn't want to work. Of course, my pink colored one doesn't want to work. So, and it comes with two little jugs. You keep this, and it comes with 10 packets of refills or 20 packets of refills. 20 packets of refills to make this, so you can refill it 20 times. So it cost me $1.
On the
My pencils, I've got like 3 or 4 pencils sanded down and about 10 or 12 pens sanded down. I got to do enough for 20, so I can get caught up. Because Dance Pink, baby, is going to be coming out in January. Dance Pink, along with a few other ones. I'm not sure what they're all. I've got 8 different stationery sets coming out in January.
Yeah.
And they all coincide with fidget critters. Do you have your fidget critter handy?
No, it's upstairs.
All right, ready?
Okay, I got my phone back on. Go.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Oh my god, that one's awesome.
This is Generation 1. I don't do them with the pom-pom faces anymore.
Yeah, but that's cute
because as shit. Aren't they? This one here is Dr. Bobo Fidget Critter.
Of course it is.
Yep. He's the one that signs all the documents.
With his nose?
With his nose, because he doesn't have any feet.
Yep.
He has no, and he can't hear anything because he has no ears. Well, they could be introvert ears. Internal ears, you know. Anyway, these guys are amazing. I love these guys.
Why is it not?
And I got my matte sticker paper. I got my, oh, that's the heavy cardstock. I don't want.
That's the wrong one there, kid.
That's not the one I wanted. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. I gotta get the paper I wanted. Oh no, this one here is the regular paper. Anyway, see, I'm all discombobulated.
And I thought it was gonna be me.
Hell no. I got me sticker paper, my glossy. I got my matte. I'm gonna put that. I got my. Okay, let me move my keyboard. I got my. Is this the good one? Nope. This is the one that's going in the printer, though. That's my grocery list. I got my holographic paper. I got my magnetic paper to make my magnets. I got my laminate paper to laminate everything. Paper. So, yeah, I got to make... I wrote it down. I did. How many copies? So I'm doing 20 sets. Or 20 different pieces, or it's like 20 notebooks, 20 desk pads, 20 scribble pads, 20 da-da-da-da-da, for 8 different sets.
Yes.
Guess how many pages I got to print out?
300.
Well, 14,000 plus.
What?
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I had a choice. I could print out over 14,000 pages, or and pay a third or about a quarter of what I would pay for an outside company to actually do it for me. Because I asked them for 80, technically, so for 80 notebooks, 10 notebooks in each set, and there's 8 sets.
Yeah.
For 80 notebooks was about close to $500. That's just the notebook.
How does anyone afford that?
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. Yeah, I wrote it down. Okay, so yeah, I wrote it down. So for the notepad, I needed 1,100 sheets of lined paper.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's a hard task for me. This is why I don't do that shit.
The to-do list, 1,000 sheets of printed paper. For the grocery list, 1,000 sheets of printed paper.
No.
The desk pads, 1,000 sheets of printed paper.
What did you do to yourself?
I have no clue.
I would never.
For the notepads, just for the covers. So I get 2 covers per sheet of paper. For one set is 10 sheets of that paper. Printed. That's not bad. But I wrote down, holy moly.
Oh my god, I touched so many things here.
Okay, so the basic paper for 20 books, for the basic paper. Oh, the basic paper. Okay, so for the basic paper for some of the stuff that I'm printing is over 10,304 sheets.
And your printer doesn't run out of ink ever?
I've only had to fill it once.
Jesus.
Yeah? Can I
That's
help you?
crazy. Can I help you?
Yeah.
Here's my ticket.
Okay.
Can I get in?
Sure.
Yay! I'm saved.
You are, but you have to come back and haunt people.
Oh, yes.
Haunt anyone that ticked you off.
Because that's so what I'm going to do. That is like my lifelong goal.
I know, right? Oh, hey, look, I got the Monopoly Go scorecard.
Oh, yours is longer than mine. Wait.
Well, I got Tiff, I got you, I got John, and I got me.
Ha! Oh my god, you can't see it. Backwards. This friggin' camera angle sucks.
Right? Let's see if I can get this closer to the hubs. I'm always good on my aim. Ask hubby. I threw the paper onto the coffee table, and just a piece of paper, and it went there where I wanted it to go. Of course it did, right?
It's a piece of damn paper.
Right, but I flung it, and it landed where I expected it to land on the coffee table.
It didn't do a loop-de-doo.
Nope, it went woof, 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 woof. So,
wait, what?
Needle and thread that too. So, okay, so with the... What?
Nothing, I was reading the chat.
I'm going to click on chat button again and see what it does.
Oh, well, you missed my intro on what I was crocheting, so.
Me?
No.
Oh, slacker.
You slacker.
He was a slacking lacking, all right. All right, got the paper. Yep.
If you really want to know, it is a Christmas tree. Come on, camera.
I saw it.
Well, no. The chat wanted to know because they came a little late.
Yeah. I think that my magnets are going to be an interesting print, because the last time I tried printing them, they kept getting jammed in the printer on the corner. Yeah. And it was pissing me off.
Uh-huh.
I'm working on my organizing here.
Uh-huh.
I'm organizing. Burp.
Uh-huh. Oh my god.
Well, that's what you get when you eat supper late. But in my defense, I started it while we were getting the dogs their supper for supper tonight. It just took a little. You got ghosts behind you. I got ghosts.
Or a million freaking kids.
A million? Yep. Dang, girl, ain't you just right full of it?
Mm-hmm. You know it. Oh my god, bad.
Oh, let's get my mouse back in order. Use my handy dandy mouse pad I made. You see that?
I know, I love that.
I know. So this here is that heavy canvas fabric.
Yeah.
And on the back is that rubber stuff that you prevent stuff from shifting and moving. And then in between that is actually Pellon. That's the super stiff Pellon that has the iron-on side on it. Yeah, it's like a it's like an interfacing, but it's a really thick, stiff interfacing. It bends.
Yeah.
And it's sewable, and it has the iron on it, so I just ironed on my fabric, cut it out, put this on here, and my mouse, she loves it. Yeah, she does. Lulu.
Oh, Lulu, yes. I'm on board with that.
Yep, she's a Lulu. And I like it because I can use it anywhere I want. I gotta fix it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're gonna hear the printer going off shortly.
Oh, it's about time you got to work.
Bite me, bitch.
Hard.
Hi. All right. Meow. Got my broom going. It's revving up. See the exhaust fumes?
Solar powered? Or is
it's old fuel. It hasn't been run for a while.
That dark cloud goes.
Well, you know when it's cloudy out night? That's because my broom was letting off exhaust fumes. Not to say about anything else, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. So, all right. Print.
You're printing 49 right now.
Yes, ma'am.
This whole time, I only got one round done.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
So I've got.
It's so tiny.
Oh wow! I've got 2 books printed, or 2 grocery lists printed.
Yeah.
I have 18 more to go. At 50 sheets each.
How long does it take to print all of those at like one time? A couple minutes?
About an hour.
Really?
Maybe not. Maybe a half hour. Because I have it printed on Best. It takes a little bit, so it takes about a half an hour, maybe half an hour or so, I think. It takes quite a while because it is on the press. So I've got 2. So 18. Let me do a little math. I just put my paper away.
Do you need your calculator?
Calculator?
Yeah.
I got one. So 18 times 50, that's 0, that's 4, that's about 900 sheets.
That's
plus the other 950 sheets, if I'm right. So 18, 50, that's 0. Wait a minute. No, that's more. Wait a minute. That's 40. Yeah, no, 900 sheets. Plus, I just printed off 2 books. So actually, technically, so 950 sheet, or no, 1,000. So it's actually technically 500 sheets of paper because it's 2 books per sheet. Well, 2 books per 50.
Yeah.
So that 1,000 turns into 500 sheets of paper to be printed.
Yeah.
This is the part that a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Is that Christmas tree one you already had, or you buy some new ones? Nice. Awesome. Thank you. I'm glad it's not lagging or anything.
I was like, where are you going with this?
I was reading the one that was just shared at 9:29. No, as far as people don't understand really about what a small business takes.
Right.
They really don't. I mean, it's a one man job, but that one man is doing the job of about 30 to 50 people.
It's true. Like there's so much
and
to do.
It is. It's not like I'm a big corporate business that I can hire a bunch of people and then also have the work be done for cheap and get the materials at cheap cost, and I can't do it. Okay, so not only, you get your big corporates out there that also send the product overseas to get it made, then it comes back here so that you can have your packaging done and ship it out and da-da-da. But it's not easy. Shipping, you got your packaging, you got your printing, you've got your creating, you've got your making, you've got your thought, your inventory control, you've got your internet work, you've got your video work, you've got all this.
It's a lot.
I mean, literally. It really is, and it's no wonder why some of the small businesses either they fail or they go under, or people have to take a break because it's so stressful.
Not only that, it's a lot of money. Like you can't.
It does.
You fuck up, and it's like, oh shit, that's going right down the drain.
It is, and it's like, you lose that money, and it's not an investment; it's a loss. It is. When you have product that people don't want to buy because they don't want to spend $8 for a notebook that was handmade, well, you make it cheaper and tell me, all
those people who say, "Oh, I can make that." Go ahead.
Go right ahead. Because the images are my actual own photographs of the products that I've made to create the next product from it.
Right.
To make one fidget critter takes me around 3 hours.
Right.
Because it's all hand sewn. It's not done on a sewing machine. You can't do it on a sewing machine.
Right.
I just don't trust the quality, for one. Two, when you're working with a long-haired fidget critter, the fabric, the fur, actually gets tangled around the needle and everything else, and then it causes the machine to jam up.
Right. I hate sewing. I hate it.
But it's if you love what you do, you enjoy doing it. And I've heard so many people say, well, is it a hobby or is it a business? If it was a business, do I love what I'm doing? Yes, so that's considered a hobby, but it's also can be considered a business because I do love what I'm doing as a business. But on the other hand, it's a lot of tedious time work, and I don't like making my fidget critters. I wouldn't want them to go corporate or to go where a company starts making them for me, because then it takes the personality out of them.
Right.
You've got one, you know what it's like. As soon as you touch that in your hands and you pick it up, there's life in there.
Right.
It's not just a piece of fabric with some stuff inside that makes it like a toy. It actually gives comfort.
Right.
That's
my stress ball.
It is. It's because in the materials that I use, you can also squeeze them. You can, work your muscles and your fingers, and if you have issues with your joints and whatnot, that's still working your joints, but you're fidgeting with it and you're playing with it because it's taking your mind off of what was stressing you, because now you've got something in your hands working it.
Right.
And I don't know how many people that have touched these that as soon as they touch them, they literally end up with a smile from ear to ear on their face.
Right.
And yeah, my prices are expensive. $50 for the small one, $70 for the large one.
But there's a lot that goes into it that people don't know. They just think you just sew it together and put some beads in it. No.
You gotta shop around for the proper eyes, the glue that I need to use to protect those. The as I call it, the gut sack. Then you've got the fabric. The fabric you gotta shop around for, and that takes driving. And if your vehicle's broken down,
right,
then you gotta figure out how to get that fabric and where to get that same fabric. And is it going to be at the same price, or is it going to be more where you end up losing money?
Right.
And then it takes the time, because I had to create the idea of it.
Right.
And then create a pattern and then cut it out in fabric. You can't just use a pair of scissors to cut this fabric out. So therefore, now you need a specific cutting tool, because it is a long fabric. If you use scissors, you damage a lot of the this faux fur. You damage it with scissors. So you have to have a special blade to cut the fabric. And I've tried many different blades, and I've only found a specific blade that really works good.
Right.
Problem is, I now can't find that blade, so I had to resort to a different blade that's, it will kind of do okay, but it's not the same quality.
Right.
So I have to take longer to cut my fabric out. I think so. For January, I'm going to be starting out with one of the January or February. I might be doing February, but I'm going to start out with one subscription box.
Yeah.
And get the other subscription, because that subscription box is going to be called Flavor of the Month.
Flavor?
And that one there seems how it's going to be coming out for February. It's going to be fun. I've got a fragrance oil I want to get. Huh?
I can hear the kids saying Flavor Flav.
Well, I found a fragrance oil I want to get. It is chocolate covered strawberries. But no, so the flavor of so I haven't come up with a price yet for the subscription box for February, but the flavor of the month, they're going to consist of a 3/4 bar of soap with a soap bag. Yeah. The mini mister, which can be used as a perfume, a room spray, an atomizer. It can be used in many different ways, and it's going to come with a mini wax melt.
Oh, you're going to do mini? Like how many? What are we talking about here? Like mini?
They're over an ounce. They're over and out and out. So
That ain't mini. Girl.
okay.
The door's open.
It's going to be enough that I've had people take my wax melt and actually cut it into 4s and have it last a little longer.
That's a huge wax melt. Not mini.
1 inch by 1 inch.
I don't have a mini with me. I have just a big ends.
Yeah, it's about 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch.
Little cactus is like this big.
1 inch.
Maha cactus.
Oh. No, this is a 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch. Or a half, 3/4 inch, I think. So 1 inch by 1 inch by 3/4 inch. Something like that. Anywho. Mm-hmm. And so, as the needle and thread goes through the button.
She's eating cat food. I can hear it.
She's got her mouth full.
I think they fed her to shut her up.
Oh my goodness. All right. So anyway, we're gonna get back onto Friday.
Oh, we haven't even. Oh my God, we
we have taken so many left trains that the right train has just derailed.
It's typical though. That's how we work.
That is how we work. That's how we always work. That's why we always have so much fun every day. Now, mind you, folks, her and I are over 3 hours apart from each other.
Yeah.
And I don't have a vehicle because I'm not allowed to drive because I have seizures. And her vehicle is kind of like SOL.
It is what it is.
POS.
With wheels.
Right? Right? A POS with wheels. Hey, we have a POS with wheels too, and one of them wants to go like this.
Same. And it says,
yeah. Yeah, except I think we got sold a lemon.
Yeah, you probably did. I said that.
Considering, between the purchase of the vehicle and then all the sales from the place that we bought it from, and from the garage and everything, we've got, I think, over $10,000 invested so far in this vehicle. We've got 2 loans out paying for this vehicle.
What the hell?
That's ridiculous. And now the garage wants. He got the part. John found the part for $200 at the local auto store.
Yeah.
The garage. He found it for $200. The garage wants almost. It was like $350, $365 for the part. Our bathroom, and the other one's getting used occasionally.
Yeah.
But he spent so much time behind my chair, and he would come to my lap and everything, and I'm still, to this day, I'm the only one that can actually pick him up.
Yeah.
And that's limited. And that's on a surprise and a whim and a wham. But if I walk out of this house, he's yowling the whole time.
Get out of here, Thor. Back up, buddy.
Which one?
Thor. Back up.
Hi. Hey, Thor. So, yeah. So right now, let's see how many pages we're at for printing. Let's see.
Yeah, we're doing this for an hour. How many printed did you get?
I'm printing page 23 out of 49.
Well, I got the top of the tree. That is it. What the hell? Usually I'm done by now.
Right? No, I guess the next time we do this, shoot this shit on Wednesday, I think I'm going to bring over some fidget critters and sew them, or I'll work on a resin project, because I'm going to be working with stuff to go with stuff that I'm going to be putting for sale for stuff.
Right.
That I don't want to mention, because the last time, like my fidget critters, I've been making them since 2020, 2021, selling them.
Yeah.
And ever since then, and then putting them online, people were going on my website, on my storefront, looking at my fidget critters, but not buying them. And then the next thing I know, I go on to Etsy, and all these people are making fidget critters and calling them different names, and they're looking similar to what I make them. And they're undercutting me by far. Some of them were selling them for like $6, $7 a piece.
How can... I hate
you can't. That's less than what you put into one.
And then they ruin the market for the rest of us too, though. Like
it does. It does. They don't understand how hard of a market it is, and to sit there and undercut somebody and steal someone's idea.
Right.
Because it costs what, a couple $100 just to do a patent, different.
Right.
You got all these different steps. You got to pay for the lawyer and this and that, and get all the paperwork filled out and all this other stuff. So, people don't have anything better to do than to steal somebody else's idea because apparently they think that they can't create something on their own.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I try not to say too much about what I make because if I do that, someone else is going to turn around and do it. Now, the stationery I make, everybody makes it. Everybody makes it. It's just what they put on that stationery is their own twist, their own thing, their own images. I put on my stationery. I got my own photographs that I take. And the photographs that I take of the stuff that I make or the plants that I grew.
Right.
I don't like using other people's images because it's just not fair.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So, what are we doing Friday?
I think Friday we should work with resin.
You want to do resin?
I do.
1, 2, increase. That's fine by me.
Okay. You want to do UV resin, 2-part resin, and then when you moved to Maine, you moved 3.5 hours away from me.
I like my spot.
I must have vinegar right around here, something in the dish with the soap water, and I must be the vinegar so that you go right around.
Don't come in. This is my bubble.
That's my bubble. And I'll make some bubbles, baby.
You have a bubble gun.
I know, but it don't make the same sound.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. What was I doing one day and I was making the bubble sounds and I can't remember. Someone thought I was chewing gum. No gum. Just when you're growing up and you grow up living in a small community, small towns, or out in the woods because our stepfather was an ex-forest ranger. So we'd go to Pittston Farm all the time.
Yeah.
You don't have other people or other kids to play with. It's just yourselves and the animals.
The woods.
Right? And you have electricity with a generator, but that's only on for like an hour a day. Because you don't want to run out of fuel because you're going to drive 2 hours to go get it.
That's right.
So you sit there and you learn how to entertain yourself. We had the truck would be pulled up to the window. So in this house, you had where the dining room table was. The dining room table had the big glass picture window. Beside that big glass picture window, you had the corner, and then in this side of the corner, there was another window. So we'd open up that window, and we'd put some cables out to the vehicle that would hook up to the battery, and it came in, and it plugged into the back of the little TV that we had so we could have some TV that was hooked up to an antenna. Yep. Can you imagine watching TV hooked up to your car battery?
No.
And we did.
I couldn't survive.
Our refrigerator was gas lit. So when we went there every spring, well, late spring, early summer, we had to clean out the refrigerator and relight the gas so that we could have the fridge and the freezer.
Yeah.
The washing machine. Huh?
I said, yeah.
Yeah. The washing machine was a wringer one. So you had to wash and wring your clothes out that way.
Yeah.
So Friday is going to be UV resin. And technically, first time, I tried going live a couple of times and they kind of like, and I was getting all fingers and all tongue and nothing else.
Right.
But this is the first time, we've gone technically live together. And so we were nervous. We weren't sure how it was going to pan out, how it was going to work out.
Yeah, and the freaking animals, they're all barking. Cats meowing.
Yeah.
Day in the life of mine.
Well, your house is busy. You've got what? Let's see, 7 cats, 3 dogs, 7 children. How many goats and chickens and ducks and
A bunch. I have a farm.
You have a farm. So you don't have just a farm full of animals. You have a farm full of children.
Yeah, I do.
And
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. On that note.
And you have a groundhog.
Yes. Just won't leave.
Yep. Oh. So thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you for watching our shenanigans.
Right? Please don't forget. Exactly. You get to see what we're about. This is when we let loose, let our hair down, have fun. I like your hair down, so hush up.
No, I don't.
I do. I think you look cute with your hair down.
Thank you.
But I guess that's just me being the mom, kind of, sort of, me, best friend kind of thing.
Sure.
So,
one day.
Listen. All right. So please don't forget to hit subscribe on our YouTube channel, hit follow us, join us, and hit notification bell so you get notified, because we're still new to this, so forgive us if we don't remember until last minute to say, hey,